at Banks Promenade. This is day one of my Hadrian's Wall walk. It is the 15th of July, Tuesday, 2025, and this is the very start of the Hadrian's Wall walk, starting on the west coast. I'm at Bowness-on-Solway, and this is Banks Promenade, where I'm going to get my Hadrian's Wall passport stamped and begin my 84-mile hike. This is my Hadrian's Wall passport, and I am stamping day one for Bowness-on-Solway, and today I'm walking to Carlisle, and in a few days time, hopefully 6 days time approximately, I will end up in Newcastle upon Tyne, where I'll get my final stamp. Day number one. And this is Bowness-on-Solway. It's a shame it's raining. It's been raining all day, but it's kind of drizzle, but constant drizzle. Let's hope it clears up. See you later. Right. Hello. I don't know if you can see, but it's absolutely chucking it down. Miserable. 20 minutes into the walk. Not the best start though, but let's just keep going. Okie dokie, so it's finally stopped raining. I've been walking about an hour and a half. I'm on my way to Burby Sands. This is the landscape. So far so good. Nice to be drying off. Bye. Hi, I'm now at Burby Sands, and I've got a couple of hours to go to reach Carlisle. This is Burby Sands, just a little village. We'll see you soon. And here I am at Beaumont, another nice little village. It's been on and off rain all day. It's currently stopped. Next stop, Carlisle. So it's about 40 minutes to Carlisle now. So I'm relieved that we're coming to the end. So it will have taken about 5 hours to this first leg. 15 miles. So we're approximating about 3 miles now with all the stops and walking through lots of rain today and really boggy, muddy fields, and that includes rests and things. So I'm quite pleased with that. And 12 kilos. You can't see me back, there it is. So I've met loads of nice people. It's a bit like a pilgrimage. Lots of people doing the wall. Over and out. So this is the first real signs of Carlisle. We've got a main road, we've got some housing estates in the distance. We've just come from a path along the river. It was quite overgrown. Next stop, Carlisle. Hello. So here we are at the Sand Centre in Carlisle. This marks the end of day one for me. Here's the Sand Centre. Have a quick look at Carlisle. So I can apparently get my Hadrian's Wall passport stamped here. So I'm going to go and have a look. So here I am in the Sand Centre. I'm just getting my Hadrian's Wall passport stamped. Da, 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 da. The Sand Centre. Stamp number 2. So here we are at the Sand Centre. This is the end of day one for me. So overall, great, amazing. I loved meeting all the other pilgrims on the Hadrian's Wall route. There was about 3 diversions, which was a bit frustrating. Parts of the roads were parts of the path were blocked off, so I had to go round. And at one point I had to go up an embankment, over a motorway, down an embankment and over barbed wire. So that was a bit frustrating. But apart from that, my hair got into a massive dreadlock. So I'm going to have to try and unpick that. So I'm walking to my hotel now. So I went to the Thule Museum and Carlisle Castle this morning, and walking to and from my hotel, which is about 10 minutes from where I am, I've probably done about 20 miles. So my thighs are quite sore. So tomorrow is day 2. Hello, it's day 2. So I am now heading off to the Sand Centre where I will begin my second day. My stuff was completely soaked last night because it just rained all day. So the hotel didn't have a hairdryer, so I was using an iron to dry my clothes, but you can't iron boots. So my boots are still soaked. The weather's looking better, but it could still rain. So we will see you later. Rightio, so we've just left the Sand Centre and we're now walking through this kind of like parkland area. So my next stop is Bleetarn campsite. It's a couple of hours away, maybe 3 hours away. If I can carry on today, I will. I'm completely covered in blister plasters and K-tape, and because I've got sores on my hips and shoulders and a little bit on my feet. So it doesn't look like it's going to rain, so I might try and make the most of that and just keep going. Get to another campsite called Banks. If I got to Banks, that would be 15 miles today, which I think's enough. I don't want to do 20 miles again. So we will see. So this is the River Eden, and I've been pretty much following it all the way from Carlisle. It's kind of wound its way around all the way from Carlisle, and we'll follow it for a little bit longer. We're heading to Low Crosby now. Now then, one of the amazing things about this walk is that wherever you go, there's self-service cafes and snack boxes that people put out outside their homes. So it's a little bit of business for them, but it's an absolute gem for the Hadrian's Wall walker. So this says, Hadrian's Wall walkers, self-service area under carport. Hot and cold drinks available. Come and rest your feet for $5. Let's go and see what they've got. So we've got a little cafe, self-service cafe. How cute. And what have we got in the fridge? Yeah, just what walkers need. Plenty of drinks, chocolate, biscuits, an honesty box. Put your donations in the box. Ooh, look what I found on the side of a wall. Pop crisps with real crunch. Ooh, is it serendipity? Is it divine intervention? But they were, looked like they were left there for me. arrived at Bleetan Farm campsite, and I'm gonna stop and have some lunch and freshen up, and I might stay here tonight, or I might keep walking to another campsite, because it's been a nice day and it's pleasant walking weather, and I feel energised and not too sore, so it's kind of like make hay while the sun shines. We'll see. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to rest and wash and eat and feed and charge my phone, and then I'm going to head on to the next campsite. I will of course pay here, but I don't mind, I'd rather get ahead of time. I've brought some lunch, lentils, olives, bread, sourdough bread, a boiled egg from breakfast, and my phone is charging, so we're all good. So I'm just leaving Bleetan campsite. It's a lovely campsite, it's so nice. I just stopped, used the facilities, gave them a bit of money. I could stay, it was lovely. There was even a hairdryer. But if I walk from here tomorrow, it's nearly 20 miles, because I'm staying at the YHA in near Haltwhistle tomorrow, the Sill. And I've got to get there tomorrow night. And I don't want a big walk like that tomorrow if I can avoid it. So I'm going to keep going tonight, and I'm heading towards a campsite where there's no facilities. It's just a field in the middle of nowhere. So I'm very jealous of leaving that beautiful campsite behind. There is a chance it might rain. I hope it doesn't, otherwise I've made a very bad decision. I'm being followed by a load of cows. I have been charged before by a cow, so it does make me a little bit nervous. But they're all following me. You're not meant to look at them. I think they've stopped now. They knew you were watching. I was just thinking of all the nice people that I've met on the route. I've met mothers and daughters, I've met families, teenagers walking with the parents, husbands and wives, solo walkers. And it's amazing, it's just such an amazing thing. And it levels everyone, doesn't it? It's a level playing field, everyone just walks. No matter who you are, you could be a pensioner, a teenager, a billionaire, or a carer. And when you're walking, you just walk. And you're the same as everybody else. And the only thing you've got is your legs for walking. And your back for carrying your back. I can see why people used to do pilgrimages. So you think of Chaucer and the Canterbury Tales. And these long distance walks do have a way of bringing people together, making you feel like you're one big family and you're all on one mission and doing in something together. And you can just tell that anyone would help you out and you'd help anyone else out. It's such a nurturing thing to do. I just feel like I'm in my element. It's just great. So, you know when you see other people that are doing the walk, because they all waddle, because all our hips, legs and feet hurt, and I'm now doing the Hadrian's Wall waddle like a duck. So about 20 minutes away from Banks campsite. It has started to rain a little bit, but at the moment it's just a shower. But this is the first kind of like hill that I've seen, so we've got some beautiful views now. Hopefully in 20 minutes I'll be able to set up my tent. So I have arrived at Banks campsite, It's basically a field at the back of the house, and they said if we're not in, just come straight up. So there's a tap which is drinking water. Looks like I'm the only one here. But there is no shower, not even a cold shower. So it looks like I'll be having a body wash. That's not the end of the world. But there's a tree swing. And I've got it to myself by the looks of it. But a hen party will probably turn up later knowing my luck. Anyway, welcome to Banks. Oh, super duper. Got my tent up. 8.5 minutes. So pleased about that. There's loads of midges around, so I want to get in before they devour me. But I'm really pleased with the day. I've done about 15 miles walking from Carlisle to Banks campsite, which is near Banks village, just beyond Lanercost Priory, and that is the end of day 2. So I've just woken up. I'm amazed at how well that went last night. I got quite a good sleep. It got a little bit cold at points, but basically it was alright. And then it rained a little bit, and I was thinking, oh God, I've got to put down a wet tent. But then it stopped, and now it's there's a lot of sunshine. There's my tent. The sun's drying the tent. It's 9 o'clock, so I've had a really good sleep, and now I've got to just get ready and start day 3. So there's a few little tricks that I've learned over the years to keep my body in good shape. So I always put Vaseline on my feet before I put my socks on, and that helps stop prevent you getting blisters. And if there's any points on my feet that I think are prone to getting blisters, I actually put blister plasters on in advance to prevent any of those blisters performing. I make sure my skin's got cream on them. That helps maintain the integrity of my skin. I use Tiger Balm on my joints, and that helps protect them. I wear compression socks, long compression socks. I also wear knee supports because I'm prone to kind of having knee pain. So these are things I've learned over the years, and it means I can do long distance walking over several days. But before I couldn't. I'd be in so much pain with my knees and legs, and I'd have blisters and my feet would be hurting. I just couldn't do it. So this is all the food that I've brought. I know some people do kind of like a super noodle, pot noodle diet while they're hiking, but I totally don't agree at all. I think you get sick and it's poor nutrition, and in order to maintain good health and well-being, you need to eat properly. I used to be a whole food chef. Oops, sorry. I used to be a whole food chef. So I eat a diet that is free from sugar and where possible plant-based. I'm not against eating dairy. It just doesn't suit me. But if it suits you, that's fine. So what have we got here? I normally only eat sourdough or organic because otherwise the quality of the wheat is really poor. So we've got some organic flatbreads which fit really well in my backpack and are really filling. I've got some Clear Spring is a really good brand for organic kind of plant-based food. So I've got crackers, you've got your organics, which is baby food, but I eat quite a lot of these biscuit baby foods because they don't have sugar in it. We've got toasted pumpkin seeds, raisins, toasted almonds, olives, some pumpkin seeds that I've roasted myself before I came away. I always carry condiments with me. So I've got my own little packets of salt and pepper. I've got some emergency soups. They're not like organic or anything, and there's probably there's quite a few ingredients in there, so they're kind of like an emergency thing, but they're quite tasty for an emergency soup. If I go to hotels, I always collect these little packets, these little tiny mini foods: soy sauce, honey, Marmite. Miso soup's brilliant. Miso soup in packets is just the best. It's so nutritious. It's got loads of vitamins. And then this has got some coffee, decaf, honey, salt, pepper. I don't normally eat normal salt. I normally eat like Himalayan salt or sea salt. But you can't get little packets of them that I've found so far. So I'm going to have my breakfast because it's such a beautiful location. I've done all my personal care. I've had a wash. I think it's really important to maintain your hygiene. Otherwise, it isn't good for the integrity of your skin. You can get blisters, sores, even fungal infections and things like that. So I'm going to have some breakfast in this beautiful location, and then I'm going to get packed up and off we go. Hello. So this is now the start of day 3. I'm all packed up, me and my 12 kilos. The tent has gone, and we're on the way to Bird Oswald, which is a Roman site. I'm guessing I'm going to see some wall today for the first time, and I need to get my passport stamped at Bird Oswald. So here we go. The first bit of wall. Here we are. The first bit of wall. Big open countryside. Nice, isn't it? So let's go and see what bit of wall it is. It's a little car park over there. So we are at Banks East Turret 52A. So the turrets were watchtowers, and they put them about every Roman mile, which is a bit more than one of our miles. And the soldiers would have lived inside. And they built a really big ditch south of the wall called the Vallum. And I believe there was a mound north of the wall as well. So it was a fortified area, so neither the locals could get in. And they were obviously defending, what we now know as England from the Picts or from the Scottish. Amazing. Look at this, we found a snack shed and it's even got a kettle. How amazing! Rightio, so I've arrived at Bird Oswald Roman Fort. It's an English heritage site, so you have to pay to get in, but I'm a member of English Heritage anyway. So there's this is basically where a Roman fort would have stood, which is pretty cool. And so I'm going to have a look around, and then there's a cafe, so I'm going to get a soy decaf latte. Okie dokie, so I'm just getting my passport stamps. Hiya, where can we get my passport stamps?
Just on the top shelf there.
Alright, thanks. Rightio. So this is passport number 3, stamp number 3. There we go. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go before I reach Newcastle. So I'm here at the bridge at Willeford, and there used to be a Roman bridge here. More recently they built a bridge which goes over the river. And this here used to be part of that Roman construction. So I'm heading up past this, up that hill, and continuing my wall walk. This is probably the longest stretch of wall that I've seen so far. Ta-da! There we go, the longest bit. So this is the longest bit of wall so far. It's really nice to see. It's the bit after Willeford Bridge, Willeford east of Willeford Bridge. And we just passed Willeford East turret, where they would have had a turret which would have been manned. So this is very pleasant. That's a bit of nice landscape. Day 3, the landscape and scenery has been much nicer. Loads of wall. So we're at Poltrosburn Mile Castle, which is near Gilsland, if that's how you pronounce it. Apparently it's the best preserved mile castle. There we go. There's currently a diversion in place, so I've had to kind of walk back on myself to get here, to come and have a look. But it's nice to see, it is worth it. So that is how it would have looked. And these are the foundations that still remain. If you have a look at some of the landscape, you'll see what's around. There we go. The Romans had a good view. So that is where we're headed. So we're going to go up this hill and then along that ridge, along. About 3 hours yet to get to the YHA that I'm staying in tonight. So this is where the wall gets interesting. So it's kind of more rural, hilly ridges now for quite a while. We're going to go up some quite steep ridges, and it's going to be up and down and a bit rocky. So good luck to me. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Ah, lovely, isn't it? It's really fresh. It's quite windy up here, but it's really nice and fresh. It's lovely. So it's been absolutely glorious, beautiful. I haven't seen a soul. That's to be climbed over there. I've got about 40 minutes until I get to the YHA, the Sill. That's where I'm staying tonight. We'll just have a look. Oh, I'm so tired. And we'll see what the Sill's like. Okay, so I'm here at the YHA Sill. I've had a shower and got a hairdryer. So I'm ready to go to bed. So I've got a bed for the night. So that's the end of my day 3, and we will see you tomorrow. Hello. So I've woken up in the YHA near Haltwhistle. It's called the Sill, the YHA Sill. I didn't give you my stats last night. So yesterday I walked about 15 miles. It took about 7.5 hours, but I had loads of breaks, and I stopped for ages at Bird Oswald Roman Fort. So the idea today, I am going to attempt to do nearer to 20 miles. I've got about 40 miles left before the end of the trail in Newcastle, and I've decided I'm going to try and get it all done in 2 days. So that means approximately 20 miles a day. So we will see how that goes. So I'm at the YHA, the Sill near Haltwhistle, and there's an information centre attached to the hostel, or there's a hostel attached to the information centre, whichever way you want to look at it. And it's got a grass roof, and it's kind of like there's exhibitions inside as well. And I think there's one about the Sycamore Gap and the remnants of the tree that was felled. They've turned it into an art installation. So this is really quite beautiful. It's a nice place to stop, and I've just had a nice lunch. And there's a pub over there as well called Twice Brewed, and it's they do stargazing events and things. I saw the Aurora Borealis from here once after a stargazing event. And over there is the wall, and is the Sycamore Gap where the sycamore was. Now it's just the gap. So I'm going to go there later. That'll be my first stop. That'll be interesting to see. So we're inside the information centre now, and this is the installation of the Sycamore Gap. So that's the tree that was felled, and those 2 fellas are now in prison. So this is the tree. So this is the Sycamore Gap stump. There it is.
I guess the big question is, what they're going to do.
Sycamore Gap. Rightio, so I have decided, this is Housesteads behind me, Housesteads Roman Fort, but the actual booth where the passport is right down the bottom of the hill. I have been to this Roman fort before, so just to get the passport stamp going up and down that hill, I think it's going to add a good 20 minutes, if not more, to my journey, because while I'm in there, I might as well get a drink and go to the bathroom and things. So I've decided to keep going and go to the next point on the passport, which is Chester's. So I'm going to miss out on this passport, but I think it's better than wasting a good half hour and getting out of the rhythm. I'm in the rhythm now, and the rain is threatening as well, so I want to try and miss the rain. It's raining now, so I'm trying to take some shelter in the woods. I'm hoping it's going to pass and I can just sit it out for a little bit, because it's quite heavy. So, bad news, and there's possible thunderstorms today and tomorrow. Doubly bad news. We'll see. So this is my lunch. I bought some hummus from the cafe this morning. I've brought these with me, and I also brought me smoked paprika and some green olives. Yum yum yum. I have arrived at Chester's Roman Fort. So I've done about 15 miles, maybe a bit more, and believe it or not, there is the last bus that goes from Chester's Roman Fort. The very last bus from Chester's Roman Fort is in 15 minutes, and it goes back to the Sill where I stayed last night. And I have a room there tonight, but I was just gonna keep going. But since I've made it in such quick time, which I'm amazed about, absolutely amazed about, literally I've managed to get here 10 minutes before the bus is due. I just feel like this is kind of, otherwise I don't know where I'm going to sleep tonight. I might just wild camp. So I've paid for a room at the Sill, or I don't know where I'm going to sleep. And I've managed to get here for the bus. It just seems insanity to turn down a room and a shower. So I need to give it some thought before the bus comes in 10 minutes. And here I am. Sorry, I was too impatient. I'm waiting for the bus. So I've stamped it already. I don't want the bus to go. I did it! Chester's Roman Fort! Guess where I am? I'm back at the YHA Sill. So the bus came and I had to make a very quick decision. And I decided, get on the bus and then make use of my room tonight. But tomorrow I'm going to do the whole rest of the walk. It's 27 miles. So I'm going to get a bus back to where I stopped walking today. And then tomorrow I'm going to do all of it, 27 miles, all the way into Newcastle. That's the plan. So that'll be 5 days. So my stats for today, about 15 miles from YHA, the Sill, to Corbridge Museum, Corbridge Roman Fort, Chester's Roman Fort. It was a really easy walk. I could have carried on for much longer. 12 kilos. I feel great. I could have carried on. Rightio, so I'm just waiting for the bus. I finished my walk yesterday at Chester's Roman Fort and I got the bus here to the YHA Sill. So I'm getting the bus back there now. It's potentially my last day, day 5, if I can walk 27 miles. It's miserable, it's wet, it's rainy, and it's even forecast thunderstorms. So we'll have to see how it goes. But if I can do 27 miles in 11 hours, it means I can finish today. And it's got to be 11 hours because my last train tonight home from Newcastle is at 9:30 in the evening. Okay, so I'm in the bus. a bit bumpy, and I'm off to Chester's Roman Forts, which is where I stopped yesterday. This bus is the number AD122, which is the year Hadrian's Wall was built. So they've obviously nicked that number, which is quite cute. And I'll be there in about 20 minutes, I think, and I can start my 27-mile walk. The kindness of strangers, eh? So I've just gotten off the bus, and just before I got off, the lady I was chatting to before I got on the bus has given me some homemade Scottish fudge with organic milk, and that's for my big 27-mile hike today. She said it would be good for energy, so she's put her name's on the bottom of it, Roseanne. Thank you, Roseanne, so much. That is so sweet. So I have obviously come inside a cafe and I am having a lovely lunch. It basically started chucking it down with rain. It's torrential, so I dived into the nearest establishment I could find. So hopes to get to Newcastle today are fading, but still not impossible. Rightio, so obviously it's raining, it's miserable, it's horrid. However, I have come to the Robin Hood pub where I can get my final passport, the final stamp on my passport. So let's go and have a look, and let's get out of the rain and let's have a drink. Right, here we are at the Robin Hood pub. I'm losing the will to live. It's been raining all day. I've got 2 more stamps to get on my passport. I've just stamped it because I thought I was recording and I wasn't, so I'm afraid you've missed out, but I'll pretend just for your sake. Right, so it's stamped. I've got 1 more stamp to get in Newcastle at Skendon Roman Fort. But if I go there today, it's going to be closed by the time I get there. So we'll see. So I'm in pain with my thighs. So I'm trying to do everything I can to sort that out. Massage, my electrolytes, ibuprofen, stretches, exercises. It's burning. It's really burning. And it was going so well. So it's a bit like Djokovic, and he got that groin injury in the last moment. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. I'm not Djokovic. Okay, so it's been raining all day. I've just reached Hadrian on the Wall. This is about 15 miles from Chester's, where I started off this morning. This is where a lot of people stop after day 5, but I'm going to try and carry on because I'd like to get the last train back from Newcastle tonight. This part of the leg that I've just done has been quite a bit of a disappointment. I suppose it's a bit naff because it's been raining all day, but literally the path has just followed the main road for 15 miles. So definitely the best part of the Hadrian's Wall National Trail is up to Chester's Roman Fort, and after that and the signs aren't as good as they were, and there's no snack boxes, which is obviously very important to have snack boxes. it doesn't seem to be as well signposted. Like even now I'm looking for a sign up until Chester's. You just could always see a sign. I better go and find out where I'm going. I'm really pleased, I'm chuffed to bits. It says there, Hadrian's Wall Path. Now then, I'm following the River Tyne pretty much all the way into Newcastle now. This is the last bit. So it will take me about 3 hours from here. So as far as I'm concerned, I've done it. This is the last bit. And I'm just following this path along the river. My feet are absolutely drenched. It's just like mush, 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 mush every step. So it looks like I'm going to get my train, because my train is in 3.5 hours. So it is going to be a bit tight, but it should be alright. This is the easy bit now. I've just been walking through farmers' fields, which was really muddy and slippy and stuff. So, my stats for today, I've done almost, I don't know, like 20 miles so far. In the pouring rain, 12 kilos. I set off as early as I could this morning, but I could only really start at like 10:30, 11 because that was the earliest bus. And I've absolutely stomped through the countryside to try and get here. And I will. I'll definitely get my train home now. Come loving her money, hella high water, I'm getting my train home. Yay! Super. So we're just walking through a golf course on the edge of Newcastle. There's no one playing golf today, because it's absolutely chucking it down. Miserable. So I've just passed a sign that said Hadrian's Way, Newcastle, 5 miles. So we've got 5 miles to go. 5 miles to go. E-I-L-E-O, 5 miles to go. It's still absolutely chucking it down. Totally miserable. My feet are at a new level of saturated that I've never experienced before. Like water sloshing around in my right boot. Anyway, 5 miles to go, so I'm not bothered. I'm about 4 miles to the end. It's finally stopped raining, finally, for the first time all day. So I've still got Anne-Marie's Scottish fudge she gave me this morning. So I've had a nibble. I don't normally eat sugar, but I think today was an exception. But it got me here. Newcastle's bridges. Woo woo! So this is the last stretch now, walking along the river. I'm about 20 minutes away from Newcastle train station. So Segedin Roman Fort is a bit further down the river, past the Newcastle train station. and that's the official end of the walk. But I'm not going to go to the very, very, very end because I want to get my last train home. So for me, this national trail is going to end in about 20 minutes. So my stats for today, I've done about 25 miles, so I'm really pleased about that, from Chester's Roman Fort to central Newcastle. 15 kilos, and it's rained all day basically, and it's just stopped in the last hour or so. So it's the end of the walk really for me. 5 days ago I was in Bowness-on-Solway, starting a national trail that I've been planning for weeks, if not months, and thinking about doing for a couple of years. So it's pretty epic. And when you do something that you invest your whole life into for a few weeks and you plan it in minute detail and organise everything for it and try to cover all possible contingencies and anything that could go wrong, when it comes to an end, it's an amazing feeling of accomplishment. But I think it'll take a few days to sink in and process. And all the amazing people I've met, and the little things, the tiny little things that have happened along the way that have been like magical. And I can't believe that it's all happened in just 5 days. I mean, it's almost like a lifetime's worth of adventure. But there's also a feeling of like sadness as well, because you're on an absolute high. You are completely on a high, and it's very self-absorbing and it's very self-indulgent, and there's a little bit of sadness. Obviously I'll just plan another long distance walk, but for some reason this walk in particular, Hadrian's Wall, it is something that I felt if I didn't do before I died, I'd be devastated. I don't feel the same way about the other national trails. I can't wait to do them, but for some reason there was something very special to me about doing this walk. It's emotional, isn't it? When you come to the end of a big adventure or a big journey. It's emotional. Really, really emotional. In a good way, and in a profound and poignant way, and also with some tinge of sadness, like human sadness, that is just part of the whole tapestry of being human, isn't it? Rightio guys, this is where I leave the Hadrian's Wall trail, because me and my 12 kilos, I need to get someone to take a photograph of me. Da, 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 da. I've survived, I'm in one piece. So I've completed my 84-mile national trail from Bowness-on-Solway 5 days ago, from Newcastle. Sagendum Roman Fort is just further down the river, but I'm getting off the trail here so I can get my train from Newcastle train station. It's my last train tonight, so I can't miss it. Amazing. It's going to take me a few days to process what an amazing 5 days I've had. Unbelievable. Fantastic. Pilgrims I met on the way were just amazing. The kindness of strangers. Just being in all that beautiful nature. What an adventure. Feels like a lifetime of adventure packed into 5 days. It's absolutely amazing. So that's it, I've done it. I've been planning it for weeks and months and thinking about it for years, and I've finally done the Hadrian's Wall National Trail, and I did it in 5 days. Not bad for aged 47 and 3/4. I'm in Newcastle train station and it's a Saturday night, so everybody's out on the razzle dazzle. And here's me in my backpack, soaking wet through, in my big boots, and all the ladies are all dressed up in the makeup and skirts and dresses. And I keep thinking, I want to tell somebody. I've just walked from Bowness and Solway. I've just walked from the west coast of England to Newcastle, and it took me 5 days, and that's why I look like a hiker, let's say. I can't believe I walked across the country, and it's party time in Newcastle.